Greetings of the day to all my dear students. I hope that you all are in good health. Today's thought for the day is in school, you are taught a lesson and then given a test. In life, you are given a test that teaches you a lesson. This is Shreya Jadhav welcoming you all to Shreya's Arts Academy. And today we are going to learn History, Grade 11, Chapter 2, Harappa Civilization. This is part 2 of Chapter 2, Harappa Civilization. So, let us quickly move ahead and let us know what we are going to learn. Research, origin and development, expansion, town planning, main remains of Harappan town planning, economic condition, sculpture and industry, trade, commerce and contact with other civilization, social life, spiritual and religious life, Harappan script, fall of Harappan civilization, heritage of Harappan civilization. So, without wasting time, let us quickly start with the explanation of the same. So, in the previous video, we all have done through the till economic condition, and it has been said that the economic condition of Harappa was basically based on three things, that was agriculture, industries, and trade. So, we have done that first, agriculture was considered to be the chief thing because of the fertile land of river Sindhu and other rivers, and have no crops were the main uh, part of economy. So now let us move ahead with the sculpture and industry. The people of Harappan civilization used stone, copper, and brass in the industry and sculpture. They were completely unaware of iron. They used to make things of gold and silver, armlets of pearls, needles, type things too have been found from these places. The sculpture of silver are found more than gold. The ornaments and plates and saucer of silver have been found. The implements of copper have been found in big number. It includes weapon, axe, dagger, snow, saw, knives, spears, arrows of copper. But the most important fact is that of the tools found are related in agriculture, whereas weapons are found in less proportion. It meant that they were making weapons only required for their protection. Weapons like swords are not found. Tools of stones too have been found. Implements made up by the mixture of stones and copper too have been found. They acquired copper from Khetri of Rajasthan, whereas for gold they dependent on some regions of Himalayas and South India. They brought silver from Mesopotamia, which is the present Iraq. They had skill of making an alloy of brass by mixing copper and tin. The most famous statue of brass is found from Mohenjo-daro. It is called the statue of brass dancing beauty. The statue of a lady in the dancing pose has even many bangles in her on her hand. This is the best sculpture of Harappa civilization. In the handicraft, the industry of making beads and cutting the precious stones, as well as the idol making skills, had developed a great deal. Sculptures were made from precious stones like Kalyanan and Gomd, whereas pearls and coins were made up of sittite. The factories of making of pearls have been found from Lothal and Chanhudaro. Beads of silver too have been found from several places of Harappa civilization. Besides this, ornaments from ivory, armlets, mina, and limestones works too had developed in a great deal. These matters indicate that handcraft and sculpture of good quality developed during Harappa civilization. The stone statue of male with beard found in the Mohenjo-daro is very famous artifact of Harappa civilization, with half opened eyes sitting in a concentration pose in a statue of a male. A designed shawl is visible on its left shoulder. It looks like a bust of priest. The earthen statues of male and female have been found from many cities of this civilization. Along with them, the statue of animals too are found. The statue of women have been found in the great number. Therefore, the historians believe that they must have been worshipping mother goddesses. Many statues of birds, monkeys, dogs, bullocks, domesticated animals, and ships and goats have been found from here. Bullock carts and toys made up of tanned mud have been found in great deal. Hence, the Western archaeologist Gordon Childe praises these people's love for children abundantly. So, now taking into consideration the sculpture and industry. It has been said that in the time of Harappan civilization, stones, copper, and brass was the main metals, the things which they used to make for the industry and sculpture. They were totally unaware of iron. Usually, major things were made up of gold and silver, and basically, they used to use pearls, needle types of things, and many more. They used to have the production of silver more. They used to make weapons, axe daggers, sword, knives, spears, arrow of copper. Usually, they used to make these sort of weapons only for their protection. It was not for their war, which has been seen clearly with the amount of what they have made. And weapons like swords were not found from that time duration. Moreover, to that, they made a new alloy of brass by mixing copper and tin. So, the most famous brass statue is being found from Mohenjo-daro, and that is known as the statue of brass dancing beauty. And that lady, she is in a dancing pose, and she is wearing plenty of bangles in her hand. Moreover, to that, a very famous artifact of Harappan civilization is half opened eye man sitting in a concentration meditation pose, and it is a statue of male. And moreover to that, they found plenty of toys like bullock carts and other things of tanned mud. So we can say that people of those time used to have abundantly love children. In the Harappan handicraft, the art of making earthen statues seemed to be the best. The earthen vessels were made by the pot maker's revolver. They were colored red and then were decorated with black color. They are found in various shapes. Different figures are drawn on them, which are more geometrical. Apart from it, leaves of trees, birds, fish, animals figures too are drawn on them. The coins that are found in Harappa civilization contain quadrilateral figures in the coins that are made of settle. There are painting of animals on them, however, not a single painting of horse has been found on them. It indicates that people of Harappan civilization were unaware of horses. Script too is found of Harappan coins, but it has not been deciphered yet. Among these coins, the painting of male god with horns is the most famous. This is three-headed god sitting in Padmasana and is surrounded by such animals as elephant and tiger and hippopotamus and buffalo. Hence, many scholars believe that it is to be the form of Pashupati. However, other scholars do not believe so. So, it has been said that at that time duration, earthen statues were best sold in Harappan handicraft. Earthen vessels, the potter's revolver was found of different shapes. It was colored in red, decorated with black color with different and more geometrical patterns. Coins were also found. Script too was found, but still it has not been deciphered. The next topic is trade, commerce, and contact with other civilizations. The biggest credit of town's economic system of Harappan civilization is their internal and international trade, that they had created a unique infrastructure. The people of town dependent on grains and other conditioning on the people of surroundings village. Consequently, economic relations grew between villages and town. The handicraft artists sold their handicrafts and weapons in the markets of people. From such interactions, the class of traders emerged. The internal trade of Harappan civilization developed very well. It is believed that the production of cotton, chalcodony, and carnelian and limestone, as well as Seattle, is used by the most of the Lothal and around it. The above products used to be exported from many parts of Harappan civilization and from the Kalibangan. Things of copper used to be exported. Gold and cotton use were imported from Karnataka and Sindh respectively. From Bud of Afghanistan, precious stones like lapi, zalazuli were imported. Stones beads were exported from Chanhudaro. The trade of Harappan civilization with foreign countries used to be carried out through important ports like Lothal and Sukta Janodor and Mesopotamia and the Gulf of Iran. Here, there used to be a great demand of the things of Harappan civilization. The traders used to go from place to place to get raw materials and to do exchange with them. Things like cotton, pearls, precious stones, and limes were being exported to Mesopotamia. Things were also imported, including tin and silver. Scales and cells were available on shore of Gujarat. Best quality wood was acquired from Jammu and places around it. The trade of Lothal continued with the ports of Onam, Behran, Susa, Kis of Iranian Gulf, and Ur of Mesopotamia. The emblems of Mesopotamia are found on from Lothal. 2 dozen emblems of Harappan civilization are found in Susa, Ur, and cities of Mesopotamia. The earthen vessels are precious stones of Harappan civilization are found in the foreign places. It clearly indicates the international trade of Harappa was the best quality. The best illustration of the international trade of Harappan civilization is the inscription found in Mesopotamia. In this inscription, the king Sargon of Akkad writes that in his area many trades of Dilmun, Mehlu, and Mugan came to do the trade, and the trade of many countries is in a great portion with them. According to the scholars, the whole Meluha in the inscription is used from Harappan civilization. The things that came from Mesopotamia to Harappan civilization included ready-made clothes, wool, scent, animal skins, things, and silver. So we can consider over here that the biggest credit of the town's economic system used to go to the internal and international trade. So it was like that internal trade was also going very well, from taking into consideration the Harappa, Lothal, Kalibangan, Dholavira, and many other places. Moreover to that, certain type of trade and commerce were done from the southern part of India also, and it has been said that shells and different beautiful things made up of pearls were found from the shores of Gujarat. The best quality of wood which was acquired from Jammu and other nearby places, cottons and precious things were being exported from Mesopotamia. Moreover to that, many emblems of Mesopotamia was also found from Lothal. And in one of the inscription, it has been said by one of the scholars known as Miluha. He says that The king of Sargon of Akkad writes that in his area many trades used to take place with the Harappan civilization, and it was the best one. Many things Many things were also imported from Mesopotamia to Harappan civilization, which included ready made clothes, wool, scent, animal skins, and silver. So, now let us move to the social life. On the basis of the remains Harappa, it seems that this society was matriarchal. This is confirmed by the remains of the idols of mother goddesses. However, since the script of Harappa has not been deciphered, it is not possible to determine fully about the social structure. In the Harappa civilization, many professional groups are seen, such as priests, farmers, traders, and artisans. From the houses, too, there is a distinction of different groups of houses. Artisans working on copper work, pearl work, and precious stones work seem to be in a greater proportion. The houses can be categorized in three groups: wealthy, artisans, and laborers. So it has been said that the social life, that Harappan civilization was a society which followed matriarchal system, but as the script is not been analyzed and read, so we can consider like this, that we cannot directly jump to the conclusion about the social structure at that time duration, but we can say that the houses were divided into wealthy, artisans, and laborers houses. From the statue, the type of clothes they must have been wearing can be assumed. Men wore cloth like dhoti. They mostly used cotton and woolen clothes. From the statue of women, it can be assumed that they too wore similar kind of dhoti or clothes. Cotton clothes was used more. Needles and weaving device had been found, which indicates that they knew how to weave and spin. From the remains, it is found that the hair of women and men were long. They tied hair in different ways. They liked to wear ornaments. Men and women wore lace, armlets, earrings, beads, and embellished of pearls. The wealthy used to wear costly diamonds and ornaments of gold and silver. So it has been said that the people of that time duration, usually through the statue it has been classified that men usually wore a cloth like dhoti, and they used to wear it in a cotton cloth or the woolen cloth. Women also used to wear the similar kind of stuff, and it has been seen that at that time duration needles and weaving device were discovered, so they knew how to weave and spin. Men and women both used to have long hair, so men and women used to tie hair in different ways. They used to have different laces, armlets, earrings, beads. The wealthy people used to wear more costly diamonds and ornaments which were made up of gold and silver. Spiritual and religious life. Remains found from Harappan city indicates that the people of Harappan civilization seemed to be worshipper of trees and idols. From many sites of this civilization, the idols of mother goddesses are found in the great proportion. In some statues, the child is shown in the lap of women. In one of the rare statues, a plant emerging in women's womb is shown, which indicates Mother Earth. They seemed to be worshipper of Linga or Yoni. Many emblems have been found from the Harappan civilization. These emblems give good information about their religion. In one of the coins, one male god is sitting. On his head there is a crown of horns. He is sitting in a yogic posture and surrounded by animals. Historians call him god of animals, that is the Lord Pashupati, in the form of the initial Shiva. In another coin, there is a god with horns. His hair flies in the air. He is naked amidst the branches of peepal tree. Are opposite to him, the worshipper kneeling indicates that They worshipped the people tree. Even now in India, this is quite common practice. They also believed in animal worship. So, now talking about the spiritual and religious life, Harappan people used to worship trees and ideals. And in the civilization, they used to worship mother goddesses in a great proportion. And some of the statues are also found showing that the child is no sitting or sleeping in the lap of a woman, and different sort of emblems, coins are found. In one of the coins, a male god is sitting with a horn crown, sitting in a yogic posture and surrounded by the animals. In the second one, we can say that in the second coin, a person, a man with his hair flying in the air, naked, and he is no amidst the branches of people tree, and opposite to him the worshippers are there kneeling down. So we can consider that they used to worship people, tree, animals, and presently in the present time duration also this has been found. In Harappan civilization of Kalibangan and Lothal provide information of religions. From these two places, fire altars have been found. According to historians, these fire altars must have been used for the yagnas. Ashes and bones of animals are found from it. It seems to be the Havan Kund. From Lothal and Kalibangan, it can be assumed that different customs were prevalent in different regions of Harappan civilization. Such Havan Kunds are not found elsewhere. So we can consider like this, that from Lothal and Kalibangan, these sort of Havan Kunds are found, which are basically used for yagnas, and these sort of Havan kunds are not found from the other places of Harappan civilization. So we can say this is the speciality of these two places. In the Harappan civilization, the corpse of the dead men were buried as well as cremated. Both the customs were followed. The religious rituals after the death is the most important element for any civilization. While burying, they laid the dead body in the north south direction, and the head was kept in such a way that it would be in north. Along with, they kept earthen vessels. In some tombs, things like bangles, pearls, copper mirrors are also found. It indicates that they believe that the reincarnation of the soul. One rare remain is found in Lothal, in which two persons are buried in one tomb. In Kalibangan, a symbolic burial is found, as vessels are found from the tomb, but no human skeleton is located. It implies that there was a symbolic burial followed by cremation. So we can consider like this, that cremation or the after life rituals are very important for any civilization. So usually they used to keep some sort of earthen vessels and bangles and pearls and copper mirrors, which they believed that the body would need, that soul would need, that reincarnation, rejuvenating of life would be there after their death. So this sort of things were put in the tomb. So two customs were followed, of burying as well as of cremation. Harappan script. Harappan script having 400 signs is yet not deciphered, but definitely Harappan people were literate. From all these sites of Harappan civilization, emblems of same types have been found. Some signs and figures have been inscribed. It seems that this script is written from right to left. Most of the scripts seemed to be pictorial. Not much information is available about their language. Some linguists believed that the language Baruhi is spoken by the Balchuis of Pakistan must have been spoken by the people of Harappan civilization. However, scholars are not quite agree to it. So the Harappan script having 400 signs, but it is not yet clarified. So we can consider that the Harappan people were literate. Many emblems, signs, coins have been found. Their script was written from right to left, but still no much information is being found. Fall of our Harappan civilization. As seen earlier, the mature age of this civilization is 2350 BC to 1750 BC. After this, gradually the sign of this civilization went on disappearing. Excellent town planning, writing skill, uniform weights, earthen vessels, and such important feature declined. Their population started decrease in the olden Harappan period. It was spread of 85 hectare, which came to only 3 hectare. Such is the belief of the historian. In all the sites of the civilization, such a decrease of population must have occurred, and the urban population must have migrated into the rural areas. We can call it the post Harappan period. Some scholars are in the opinion that this civilization must have got destroyed because of the natural calamities like floods and earthquake. Due to earthquake, the plain of Sindhu river must have been raised up, and there must have been blockages in the flow of rivers, resulting in drowning of big cities like Mohenjo-daro. However, for the destruction of Mohenjo-daro, different views are held by different scholars. So it has been said that such a big civilization and still it disappeared. It had excellent town planning, writing skill, uniform weight, earthen vessels, everything. But still, the population started decreasing. In the olden Harappan period, it was spread in 85 hectares, which reduced to 3 hectares. And it could be said as the post Harappan period. Taking into consideration the Mohenjo-daro culture, the whole city, the whole area drowned because of earthquake or flood or anything, but still its destruction is not yet finalized, and different scholars have different views. Heritage of Harappan civilization. If it is thought as to what is given to the world of India by this civilization, it becomes clear that it has given invaluable heritage to the world. This civilization of India is considered as the largest in the world from the viewpoint of area. Its expansion is from the northwest part of India, today's West Punjab and Sindh, to Kashmir in north and up to Uttar Pradesh in the east. No other civilization had such a vast area. Being an urban civilization, specific urbanization has taken place. The town planning of this civilization is indeed wonderful. In the buildings, 10 bricks are used, which is the foremost in India. Not only that, but such a meticulous town planning is not seen in any other civilization of the world. Drainage planning is really an embellishment. In no other civilization of the world, such an excellent system for removal of dirty water is seen. In its post period, even in India, no remains of such clear drainage system is found. This civilization has great heritage of trade and commerce to India. For trade and commerce, Harappan civilization was connected up to Macedonia. Uniform weights and methods of measurement were prevalent. The industry of shipbuildings and international business are the greatest heritage of the civilization. This civilization has revealed then the social life. It shows that they were quite aware of the development aspects of children. The remains of different types of toys, chess reveal for their understanding of development of children. The model of stadium and water system are special type of civilization. The coins are the important heritage of this civilization. The ideal of mother goddesses indicates the matriarchal social system. So, dear students, Harappan's civilization has given us plenty of things. It is considered to be the invaluable heritage to the world. It is the largest civilization in the world from the viewpoint of area. Its expansion is from northwest part of India. It was considered to be urban civilization in all aspect, taking into consideration the town planning, buildings, bricks, foremost in India. Moreover to that, this civilization has carried a great heritage of trade and commerce also. The shipping industry, the international business, everything is invaluable part to the world. So, dear students, this is all about the chapter. I hope that every one of you have understood it. Thank you for watching.